Hello, and welcome to another episode of Can the Gym Leaders Become the Champions? This time in Soul Silver. Again, I'm still not done. I'm going by order, and I'll be playing as Jasmine. I don't know if I showed this in the other video, but it's funny to me, like I talked about it in the last video, like I like the small details, like how you can know your mom, right? But also, when you start as the man, when she tries to show you how to catch Pokemon, the first time she messes up, right? Because she does it way too fast. Whereas if you play as the girl, he immediately shows you how to catch Pokemon. Like he's not as rash as she is, basically. And yeah, also, how I mentioned in the last video, this time I just caught every single Pokemon from the get-go, right? But the rules still apply. So even if you see me have a full team of 6, right, I'm not gonna use all of the 6. I'm only gonna use for the first 2 gyms, the first 2, right, and then 3, and then you know it by now, right? And then on the top right, you'll see the current team that I'm allowed to use, basically. So yes, I have a Skarmory, for example, from the get-go, so I can teach him Fly, but I'm not gonna use him until after the last gym. With that out of the way, I also used the randomizer to make impossible evolutions possible and stuff like that. I clicked on the one box though. It doesn't really matter because I didn't really use him that much, but my Metagross, basically, he evolved at level 40 instead of 47. But he barely did anything in this run, okay? So, like, if you count that as, it's fine. Same with Magnezone. He evolved at 40, I think. So that one, sure, I get. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. So yeah, here I later decided I'd do it in the actual recording software, but there I wanted to show, even though I have a full team, only those 2 that I showed are allowed to be used. But you can see it in the top right, only Onix and Piplup are allowed to be used. In case you're wondering which team I used, it's her rematch team. I go by like a ladder system, like a priority system, right? First they're normal, like the first time you battle them. Then the next ones that get priority are the rematch teams. After that, like the black and white, what's it called? I think it's the World Tournament. And after that, it's the Type Expert Tournament, right? Where the teams can also change a little bit. But for this specific run, I could just use her rematch team. Because all of them, it's all fine. They weren't like annoying to get, basically. So yeah, this team, look, yes, they have one glaring weakness, which is fire, but holy damn, this team is cracked. Like, okay, so if I used the Steelix from the get-go, it would have been even more insane, right? But I decided, nah, that's too much, right? So I started all of them off in the base form. That's what I like to do, like I like to start them off in the base form, not just get a level 5 Gengar or level 5 Steelix, right? But yeah, like Steelix, very, very bulky, has very good coverage later on. Yeah, he doesn't deal a lot of damage, but he doesn't need to. Empoleon, he just gets like shafted by his move pool, but I made it work because of his stats, right? He's a special attacker, but he gets access to a lot of the physical moves and setup. Excuse me. Okay, how do I pull this one off actually? Peck does nothing. Metal Claw does I'm in love, I miss, she heals up. Bubble Beam. Okay, I get the speed drop. And a crit. Okay, that's how I pulled that off. First try. Okay. Yeah, if I didn't get the crit, there would have been a reset for sure. I mean, why do I say for sure? I only have those 2 mons. But yeah, now, since I beat 2 gym leaders, I get my 3rd mon, which I chose. The reason why I chose Bronzor? Why I chose Bronzor instead of Magneton is because Magnemite, right? Yeah, Magnemite. Magnemite, you get to the left of the city. So I decided to, okay, let me first do the gym, and then I get access to him, basically. Even though you can capture him before, it's arbitrary, okay? All of this is just arbitrary. I just decided that he might actually be too strong because he doesn't have any weakness against them. Whereas Bronzor, at least it's even because I'm strong against him, but he's strong against me. But yeah, also, as always, I did a lot of misplays. For example, way later on. Basically, my bear, like the Bronzong, he has a immunity, but I just didn't swap to him for some reason. I don't even know why. Maybe I turned my brain off, but yeah. Anyways, team is very strong. Yes, finally a run that was very, very smooth to get through from start to finish. Do I actually lose this try? Hold up. I need a crit. Yeah, I lose. Yeah, okay, second try. Is this the first time I lost? I think it is. Okay, let's see. This time I start with Bear. Extra sensory, beautiful. Gengar comes out. I try to put him to sleep. It works. Extra sensory. Good enough. Second one, he's gonna heal up though. Oh, his berry popped. Okay. Is it a roll? It's a roll. Was that a crit? I didn't pay attention. Anyways, he goes down. That's all I need. I'm still alive. Damn. Wait, is this gonna be a sweep? He misses. He puts me to sleep. Okay, I gotta swap. Okay, I get put to sleep again. No sleep clause yet? When did they introduce the sleep clause? Let me actually... I hope it doesn't mess up my recording, but Pokemon sleep clause. Wait, it's not a... Hold up, it's not a thing in the games? I thought they introduced it like later on. Okay, I don't... Okay, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. I thought that's the thing. Okay, honestly, I thought it was in Generation 4, but apparently not. So then I thought, okay, maybe they did it in like starting from the 3D games, like maybe X and Y, but Google says it's literally not a thing. It's just in Showdown or Smogon. Damn. Yeah, this fight I did like no damage, but this is all I got. I also played this one bad, but it's okay, it's alright. It's fine. Yeah, I should be able to tank, like, unless it crits. He heals up. Can I get a crit? Okay, paralyzed. That's an automatic flinch. Body slam, yeah, does nothing. That's an automatic flinch. And that's the W, right? Yep. Okie doke, prize. This is honestly, like watching this is so much nicer than actually playing through it because of all the Team Rocket shenanigans and going back and forth because of the Kimono stuff. But yeah, also Seal, I didn't know that Ice is... I thought Ice is weak to Steel, but actually maybe that changed later on as well. Pokemon type chart. But Pure Ice actually resists Steel, which... I was confused by. Let me have a look at the newer one. Ice. Yeah, it still resists steel. Why does it resist steel? I don't get it. Let me see. I always thought steel is super effective against ice. Wait, what the fuck? Why is it... I'm so confused. I'm so fucking confused. Why is it saying now that it is... Okay. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's like conflicting information here. What is happening? Is it before Gen 6? This video is a mess again. Okay, Generation 6 onward. Let's see. Ice. Ice to steel. Okay. And then steel to ice. Okay, now it deals double. Generation 2 to 4. What? Bro, I'm confused. I legit don't get it. I legit don't get it. In my head, it's literally steel is super effective against ice. But in this game, or maybe it's water? Maybe it's water that was the issue? I don't know, man. I'm lost. I'm lost. I need the, you know what I need? I need the stuff that they introduced in the newer games where the game literally tells you, look, this is super effective. This is not effective. I can't deal with this, man. Especially since, like, when you also play like a lot of ROM hacks and stuff, right? They also shuffle stuff around. So I'm at a point where I don't even know what is what anymore. Oh, that might be one of the reasons why I do so many misplays. It's fine though, it's fine. Damn. Like, it's just in my head, it's like steel super effective against ice because steel breaks ice. Like, ice doesn't stand a chance. Steel breaks through it every single time, right? Against water, sure, it's like, yeah, steel can't do shit. Oh yeah, I wanted to show this off. This guy has never been there for me. Yeah, he just, like, tells you, oh, I can take a photo if you want. That's all he does, but I've never seen that guy. So, yeah, I wanted to show that off. Okay, let's see how Claire goes. I played this terrible. I messed that up so bad. I think this is actually the fight where, yeah, you saw Exodia there, right? He's already Metagross. So, but it doesn't really matter. Because I could have just played this better, like, just don't start with Steelix. And it's almost a sweep. Like, if I start with Magnezone, right, I can just discharge the Gyarados, he's gone. And then the rest I just... even when Magnezone goes down eventually, the rest of the team can clean up. But I think in this fight I actually do throw out Exodia. But at the same time, I could have just reset the fight. You know what I mean? Let's see. Yeah, I think I mess up here. Yeah, I went for Iron Defense, but I think Hydro Pump is special. Gyro Ball does nothing. Extrasensory. Yeah, if I just went for Extrasensory or go to the move deleter, reteach him what's it called? Hypnosis. So yeah, I messed that up. So you could say, okay, I beat her at the second or third try, right? It is whatever. But yeah, it wouldn't have mattered, honestly, if I just started with Magnezone. Of course I annoy Mother. But yeah, it's fine though. It's fine. Again, type chart. That shit confuses me. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing water ice and water with ice because like some ice Pokemon in their first form are water. Maybe that's what I'm confusing it with. Because I can remember like the esoteric stuff. Like Bug is strong against Dark because of the what's it called, Tokutetsu or something, like the Saint Seiya and Power Ranger stuff, right? Because the Japanese versions, they're like very Bug themed, and Dark represents like, you know, evil or the villains. That's why the Bugs, like the Power Rangers, beat the bad guys, right? That's why Bug is strong against Dark. Like stuff like that I can remember, but even the fairy stuff, they're weak to steel and poison, right? Because of if I think it's like if a metal rod or a saw touches a fairy, they like immediately die in folklore, stuff like that. I can remember those kind of things, but I don't know, the ice steel thing. Maybe it's water ice. I don't know. That shit confused me. Oi oi oi. By the way, Metagross naturally, I think he evolves at level 47, but Lance also cheats in his Dragonair, so look, honestly, I didn't use him a lot. Like it's whatever. I don't like legendaries, I don't like pseudo legendaries, but he's part of this specific team, so whatever. I still tried not to use him a lot. But yeah, Will is fine. Koga, as always, was super annoying because of the spider web mainly. Since I couldn't swap out my Mori. You'll see that in a bit. My audio isn't desynced, by the way. I just talked about the future. I apologize. Let's stick to what's on screen. Okay, I go for Thunderfang, Slowbro. Yeah, it doesn't do a lot. Not because it's a bad move choice, but rather because, well, Steelix doesn't have good attack stats. It is what it is. I was just hoping for a Paralyze, to be honest. What was that? Okay, I don't know why my phone just went off. Anyway, let's see here. I get put to sleep. I don't want to swap out. I wake up immediately. Beautiful. You know, sometimes the die do roll in your favor. Executor, I don't have a good answer right now. So I just go for the Paralyze, and then I try to look how much Magnet Bomb does. I try to check how much Discharge Dodge does. I was thinking about using Metal Sound, but then I was just like, it's fine. So yeah, Will goes down. Next up, Koga. This shit is so annoying, man. I shouldn't have started with Muri. I did want to set up my spikes, but I already know he does the spider web shenanigans. You'll see in a second why this is gonna be annoying. Okay? So if he stays in, it would have been fine. But he goes out to Fortress. I cannot take him down with my Skarmory. Now. It's a stall. Look at this. I don't care that he sets up toxic spikes because my whole team is steel, and I think Bronzong even has levitate, right? I try to see if maybe I can swap out. I can't, so I just go for, you know what, fuck it. Let me set up a couple of metal sounds and then let me just spam whatever, right? Because he's gonna full restore anyways. So I'm not trying to beat him here. I just want it to be over. I wanted him to use Explosion or take me down, but he can't. It's so annoying, man. They made Koga so annoying in this game. He full restores, I don't care, just take me out, please. Let this end, finally. Okay, so now I can swap to Steelix, and then go for Firefang. Even though my attack stat is horrendous, boom! That was a shit ton, because it's quite effective. Now he explodes. You could have done that sooner, man. Ariados comes out, sets up another spider web, so I can't swap out again. You know what I would have rather had? I think it's called No, not Electro Web. Sticky Web. It's called Sticky Web, I'm pretty sure. It's the move where the whole team gets a speed drop on swap-in, right? I would have rather they just gave him that, because that like the spider web is just annoying. Okay, so Crobat comes out, I bring out Howdo, boom, Thunderbolt, he goes down. Muck, okay. So this is just annoying, but I can deal with him. So, look, there's two ways to do this. First, Magnet Bomb, it can't miss. The issue with Magnet Bomb is it doesn't deal a lot of damage. So I decide, okay, this is gonna be annoying because he'll full restore sooner or later anyways. So, watch this, he's gonna full restore, right? Yep, he full restores. He can't hit me. His Mug has no move that can hit me. He only has poison moves, and I'm steel type, I'm immune to poison. So, I decide, okay, it's gonna miss a lot, but let me fully set up Metal Sounds, bring him to -6, and then Thunderbolt, when it does connect, it should one-tap. Right, so I miss, I miss, I miss. Imagine this shit without speed up. I miss, I miss, I miss, I miss. Finally I hit. I miss, I miss, I miss. Oh my god. I connect. Okay, now I go for Thunderbolt. Miss, miss, miss. It connects. Boom. Down he goes. Yeah, sorry for that. That was super annoying. Okay, next up, Bruno. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I start with Beer. Hypnosis. I wanted to show off Empoleon a little bit, right? In these runs, I don't try to play optimally. Oftentimes, I try to show someone off. He gets access to Sword Stance, but he's a special attacker, so that's kind of funny. The reason why I went for Surf is because Aqua Jet has priority, so it's not gonna connect on Dig. That's why I went for Surf. But yeah. Ooh. Does it take out? It does take out. Nice. Machamp comes out. I go for Aqua Jet. It does not kill. That's unfortunate. I go down. You did a great job though. Exodia! Obliterate! Nice. Okay, again, if you say, oh, but you used Exodia here, even though you're not allowed to use them yet technically, everyone else on the team would have done a better job, I'm gonna be honest. Why didn't I go for Psychic there? I don't know, Brain Fog. Like, Onyx special defense is terrible. I should have gone for Psychic, but it's fine. Okay, that's Bruno. Next up, Karen. I don't know why they called her Karen. Okay, I go for Hammer Arm, it misses. What's the miss chance on Hammer Arm? I missed like 4 or 5 times. Or isn't it just like 80% accurate? Well, I know he set up a double team, but still. Finally. Yeah, I don't care about my speed drop. I'ma just stay in. It's not worth it to swap out. Just get some chip. Swap to Empoleon. Pepper. He goes for Nasty Plot. Either way, what I wanted to do is tank a Flamethrower and kill him with Surf. Or, if he doesn't die, right, I would have just gone for Aqua Jets. So, yeah. I could have set up another Sword Stance, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, nice, a crit. Okay, go for Ice Beams. Yeah, Empoleon is such a troll though. Like, great special attack, decent speed, good bulk. And then the moveset, like, it's just such a wish-wash. Like, he gets a lot of physical moves. Yeah, it's weird. Anyways, let's see how this goes. Okay, I start with Howdo. Thunderbolt takes out Gyarados immediately. Charizard comes out. I swap to... Yeah, I'm thinking here if they can tank a Flamethrower. Or Fire Fang, I don't even know what he uses. I swap to Nyx. Fire Fang tanks it, no problem. Fire Fang tanks it, no problem. I miss Rock Tomb though. Ooh, I go down. That sucks. That sucks. It's still the first try though, so it's all good. Let me see what I can do here. Surf. Crits and kills. Nice. Dragonite comes out, paralyzes me. I still connect the Ice Beam though. Takes it out. Was that another crit? Was that another crit? What is happening here? I actually misclicked Gyro Ball, but then I saw how much damage it did. So I decided, yeah, fuck it. I'll tank those Dragon Rushes, no issue. Gyro Ball again. Boom! Have you ever met an unstoppable force? Okay, he takes me down. That sucks. Okay, what do I do here? Okay, Howdo. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Oof, I tanked that shit. Barely though. Get off my Thunder Wave. Thunderbolt does? Ah, not even half. But you did great, Howdo. You did great. You can rest. Pepper comes out. It gets paralyzed. Nice. Ice Beam connects and kills. Aerodactyl. I don't know what to do here. I just go for Ice Beam because I think it's quad effective. I'm not sure. It might just be twice. Aqua Jet does half, so I just decide, fuck it, let me just Aqua Jet him. And that's that. Yeah, first try lands. This team is cracked, man. I'm not talking competitive, obviously. But yeah, this run was extremely smooth. I think, what? I lost once to... Like, if you want to count Claire, sure. Okay, let's say Claire once. And then, who else was it? Morty? I think Morty, right? But that's it. That's that. Yeah, great run. Great run. This was enjoyable. Next up, Prize. Then it's Claire. And then the Elite Four. And that's Johto. Unless I do the Dex holders or like a E-tier run or whatever. We'll see though. We'll see. I'll get to that when I get to that. Yeah. And I think I'll stick to the just having all of the Pokemon from the get-go. Obviously, I'm not gonna use them. Until I'm allowed to, but I'll just have them. It felt more... it felt better to play, basically, especially with the HMs and stuff. HMs are annoying, you know, but in the older games, you have to use them, so it is what it is. Gotta make it work somehow. Okay, let's have an overlook over the team. So, we got... Howdo, the Magnezone. Magnet Bomb, Thunderbolt, Metal Sound, Thunder Wave, and Magnet Pull. Pepper the Empoleon, Torrent, Surf, Ice Beam, Aqua Jet, and Swords Dance. Exodia, the Metagross. Bullet Punch, Psychic, Iron Defense, Hammer Arm, Clear Body. Mori the Skarmory, Keen Eye, Steel Wing Fly, Metal Sound, and Spikes. Bronzong, the Bear, Levitate. Extra Sensory, Iron Defense, Gyro Ball, and Hypnosis. And Nyx the Steelix, Sturdy, Thunderfang, Ice Fang, Rock Tomb, and Double Edge. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, don't get bullied, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.